Hi. A lot has happened as we dive into our Minecraft SMP. I believe this is day 3 since the server launched. I've had some issues. So, as I was going through and doing my normal recordings on day 1, which was a couple days ago, I was struggling with getting the videos to record my sound and actually be able to do playback. So with some technical difficulties aside, I hopped on and then I started having, Minecraft technical issues. There's really no point in the early days of Minecraft, like showing off like an amateur like me is able to do in day 1, day 2, as I'm like, fumbling my way with a wood and then stone pickaxe. Like nobody wants to see an amateur like me fumble around in a cave with a wood pickaxe. So, after I got myself a little bit more settled, after I died like 5 times, I managed to get a little bit more of what I would call normal, like a normal setup started. I've got a couple food farms. I've got sheep set up for a future wolf farm. I've got some wheat. I've got some pumpkins. I've been to the nether. I've done a bunch of the normal gameplay things. I've got a couple pieces of bamboo because I don't want to lag the entire server with a bamboo forest. Did that last time. They didn't really like that. So here we are on day 3. I've played a lot of Minecraft over the last 3 days, but here is my little starter base. I primarily built it out of spruce logs and stripped and non-stripped spruce logs. I found them in a taiga over that way, maybe, I don't know, 400, 500 blocks, not too far away. But what I also found was, while I was over there, was a lush cave. And so I was able to get things like these vines, and I have a couple spore blossoms that I picked up, and a little axolotl for a future aquarium. But yeah, I built this thing primarily out of spruce wood. I was able to get some clay when I was down in the lush cave, so I built myself a little chimney. And this interior I worked a little bit on yesterday, but the floor is nothing much. But I've got like a little library study with a little bench. I've got a fireplace for the interior. It just, because you can hear the campfires crackling, it's almost like it's going, even though there's literally nothing in there. I got my little kitchen area. I'm very proud of this. And then here's like a little impromptu storage area, which I have to migrate things over, but it leaves this upstairs a little bit, leaving a little bit to be desired. What I might do is additionally throw in either just a regular furnace or another blast furnace in there, so I can get that, full fireplace feeling all throughout the house. This is just going to be my starting area for the next little bit. Ultimately, I plan to expand up that way behind me through that hill. Probably going to knock out a lot of that mountain eventually. And also, my plan is to do a lot of work with this. We learned about this seed a little bit before we actually joined the world, and I chose this spot specifically because of its proximity to the ocean, and I liked the way that I should have found a better spot for this. I liked the way that the cliff sort of came up like this and they jutted out. Left a lot of room for like inspired building. And one of the things that I'd like to do with this is to create something akin to the White Cliffs of Dover in the UK. So I'm probably going to try to do that for the majority of this cliff face over the course of this, season. And however long that takes, it could take, it could literally take, months, maybe months. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but we imagine we'll probably be here a while, considering that the 1.19 update isn't scheduled to drop for about a year. So you never know, we might be here a while. Like the 1.18 update just dropped, so there's a lot to explore, there's a lot to see, and I'm just looking forward to getting started. So let me get back up here and let me talk about what we're doing here on an SMP in the first place. If you're watching this video and you clicked on it because of the title of the video, you probably already know what a Minecraft SMP. But for those of you who clicked on this video because, you like me, thank you for being here. A Minecraft SMP stands for Minecraft Survival Multiplayer. And we have a server. There's about 10 people that are on this server. There's a few that are on right now. But we all play together, a bunch of friends in real life, and we get together and we play Minecraft. A lot of people play like single player Minecraft and have their own worlds and they get to do whatever they want. But together we found that we have a lot of fun, you know, just playing the game and enjoying ourselves and trying out different build styles and, you know, experiencing life together. So we've spent a lot. This will be the third world that we've been on as a team. We've added a couple people each time. We've expanded to a new world, and some people have come in throughout the seasons. So this is technically our third season of this SMP. We're referring to it as seasons in the same vein of like Hermitcraft and how they call their different worlds different seasons. We don't necessarily, I mean, like, not all of us are content creators, and so don't expect to see a ton of videos from people who don't currently have YouTube presence. But I've been away from the game for a little bit, and I kind of wanted to get back to it. But we have some SMP like shenanigans that we'll get up to as soon as the world sort of starts to feel smaller. But right now, we're all pretty spread out. Like spawn is about, I don't know, 1,500 blocks that way, and maybe even closer to 2,000. I've got a friend. We got our good buddy Crow is over that way, about 1,000 blocks. There's people, I don't know where Steven ended up. I think he's like 30,000 blocks that way. And with 10 people, we obviously don't need to be that spread out, but some people wanted different experiences from others. So we're pretty spread out. Not everyone has sort of figured out where they're going to be yet. Some people haven't had the opportunity to hop on and do any time, put in any time on the server. As you can see by the tracker, that's the number of minutes each of us has spent on the server since it's launched, and I've clearly put in the time. I wanted to bank some hours, but I also struggled a lot getting my bases started. But ultimately, we want to just have a fun, collaborative season where we, you know, do a lot of fun things together. We get into shenanigans. We create some kind of bartering system, collaborate on builds. We collaborate on games. We do a bunch of fun little things together and explore together and have fun together on this world, because this is the only world we got, and we're going to be on it for a long time. So thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna see where this goes. So here we are. We're here back near the starter base. What I'm working on now is a little bit of a terraforming project to raise the land anywhere between like 2 to 7 or 8 blocks above where it is now. I just want this large flat surface, which I'm going to terraform down into a slope, sloping in all directions, except to maybe the hillside. I think I might just raise the cliffs up a little bit because I'm going to end up replacing those anyway. But for now, what I'm going to be doing is building this large flat dirt area, which is going to slope down towards the base. And on it, I'm going to build Goosehenge. So if I didn't already make it clear, my big thing this season is that I am a goose enthusiast. And I just really love the whole energy of like peace was never an option, like the whole goose with the knife in its beak. So I've been drawing on a lot of inspiration from Untitled Goose games and the shenanigans associated with that goose, and I have created this skin of myself in a goose sweater. And I am going to be trying to do most things goose related. So a lot of the like memeier things I do on this server are going to be goose inspired. Now, not everything I do is going to be goose related. Like my starter base, for instance, is not heavily goose inspired. It's just a starter base. I'd actually never built a house on this server on any of our worlds before. I never really built like a proper house with a proper roof. So I'm happy to have like built one over there through the trees. You can't really see it. It's more that way. You can see the brick. But I think what I want to do is just really lean into this goose theme. And so it's going to take a lot of terraforming, a lot of these like large scale projects just to make them look really good. The thing I'm going to do is Goosehenge. So just like the classic, the structure in England, Stonehenge, we're going to have the Goosehenge exist as like a temple to the sun by ancient geese worshippers. I know it's just silly when I say it out loud, but that's what we're going to be doing. So what I've been doing right now is just trying to get this whole terraforming started, and what I just need is this large flat surface. So I'm going to do this, and I'll come back when I've finished the flat surface. Okay, so after the last about, I don't know, 40-ish minutes, I've been gathering dirt and placing it over here. I don't know how wide this area is, but it is quite the quite the platform of dirt. So it is going to be slowly growing into grass. But in the meantime, we are going to be starting the rough outline of our goose henge build. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I'm going to worry about terraforming and like making this look more natural later. And then I've got some other plans for what comes later underneath this build. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, what we're going to do is go over here. I've prepped a chest with some mostly cobblestone, a little bit of deep slate, a little bit of andesite that I've just gathered throughout my first few days on the world. And so using the materials that are in this chest, we're going to just construct our goose henge. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm just going to get started on it, and I'll check back in during the process. Okay, so I've been doing this for a little while now, and I've just been trying to get the design right. And I think this is what I'm going to be going with. And right as I want to start recording this bit, it starts raining. But I haven't done much with the rest of this area, but what I want to do is have my centerpieces be this cobblestone and then cobblestone deep slate, these goose like monument statues. So basically what my plan is for the rest of this is to build all of these other there are a few more goose structures. If I need more deep slate, I can always go back down into the mines beneath my base. I've got plenty of cobblestone to work with. I've got almost a full inventory of cobblestone, but I'm also just going to build some like little structures here and there, probably some kind of garden or something in the middle, and basically I would just want to have these sort of circle around. I might have to widen this area a bit more. I might need to mine out some more dirt, but yeah, this is sort of what I want to go with. So I'll cut back to once I've nearly completed this project, when I'm getting to the last few blocks. Well, it'll just be a few seconds for you, but it'll probably be a few hours or maybe even the next day for me. So I'll see you all at the end of this process. Okay, so I'm basically just finishing up the last couple of things here for goose henge. And what I really liked about Stonehenge itself is there's a whole bunch of different structures that are there. And then they all have like that uniform like archway type of look, but I like that there's some variation to some of the things, and so I've decided to build some sort of strange looking builds here, and I've done that deliberately so that it just looks like it was made by some ancient society. So I'm just gonna do the last little finishing touches here, and we'll do something we're just doing something random. Yeah, we'll have the floating one, and this is what I got. So goose henge originally, I found it actually quite difficult to do a little bit of a stone goose idea. I'll get something a little bit better once I get a little bit more goose builds under my belt. Ooh, that is that's thunder. I'm gonna go find my bed. But yeah, that's basically all I've got for this one. This wasn't exactly the first episode I had planned. I had a lot more planned with like exploring caves and like exploring the update, because this is my first time diving into a 1.18 world. So I was really excited, just look through all the caves, but I'll probably be doing that in future videos. I'm just really excited to be making videos again, and I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't know if my episodes are going to be as long as some other people's. There's lots of other really cool people on this server, and I'm looking forward to making collaborative content with them all. So if you made it to this point in the video, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.